Hey you guys, Ironheart86 here, and today we're starting a new series called The Anvil. This is basically the same as Iron Talk, just that we decided to make it a little bit more interesting by giving it a new title. Currently, I'm broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, all the way to the UK, and I'm here. Yeah. This is my friend Torin. He XTorinX, and he has a YouTube channel on there that also does gaming like my channel.
I've been in an iron talk. That's what this was previously titled. If you haven't been here before, yeah, I was in one of the previous ones. So if you want to check that out, just hop over to his channel. And well, yeah. This entire series will have gameplay in the background, hopefully, if we don't mess it up. And we'll this time we'll be answering questions that you guys asked, because you guys are awesome.
Yeah. So, do you think we can start with the questions that we got previously?
Alright, so question one. The Badger Show asks, how do you feel about YouTube disconnecting with Google Plus?
To be honest, I'm not really sure where this is going, because I heard about the launch of Alphabet. That's their new company that Google started, and
that's why they've got a new logo and thing. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also to mention, it's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure where they're heading on this restructurization of Google, because they mentioned not only disconnecting, but all the individual aspects of Google are going to be separate now. Now, I'm not really sure how this is going to affect YouTube or anything later on. By the way, I'm a shareholder of Google. So I kind of keep a little oversight on the progress of some of the companies I invest in and everything. But yeah, it's the way I see it is kind of like the change they did on eBay and PayPal. In the beginning, there were eBay and PayPal were separate. They decided eBay decided to buy out PayPal, but up until recently, I think a while back or so, they decided to split up back into the two separate companies. I haven't really looked into it or so, but it's a little bit similar to that, but with some key differences and all.
I am personally happy about the entire thing, because Google Plus is just a pain in the fucking ass. Just solely talking about Google Plus, pretty much they made us sign up to it just because it wasn't getting enough people already on it. They wanted to be Facebook, they couldn't be Facebook. so it was like, oh, you want to have a YouTube channel, huh? You want to have a YouTube channel? Sign up to Google Plus.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The way I see it, Google Plus is just another fucking ripoff to Facebook, but
which was a ripoff to MySpace. Just saying.
Yeah, sadly MySpace went dead and all. It's something completely different now. This whole music network that hardly anyone goes on or anything. But anyway, they pretty much try to rip off Facebook. But also, one thing I was reading a little later on is that Facebook was also trying to rip off the whole being paid to make YouTube videos and all, because what I read is that they were wanting to pay people to upload videos to Facebook.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and the reason why is that hardly anybody uploads videos on Facebook in contrast to YouTube. A lot more video is uploaded on YouTube rather than Facebook. If any video is private videos, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, going on to the next question.
It's by someone named Digitally Confusing. I know I didn't say that right, fuck off. Asks, if you could fly a plane, where would you fly it to? But I'm going to change it to, if you could fly a plane, where would you fly it to first? Because you could just fly to everywhere if you had a plane.
Personally, I would fly this plane to pretty much any part of Southeast Asia, because personally I have some close friends over there that live over there that are from the Philippines, and pretty much I would like to visit them and everything. Apart from long-term goal to go visit Tokyo, Japan. Not just Tokyo, Japan, but all of Japan and all, and possibly Thailand. Apart from that, it'll probably. How come what?
How come Thailand?
Thailand is pretty much something that has aroused my curiosity. Is I always wanted to visit pretty much the birthplace of Muay Boran. Muay Boran is the ancestor fighting style of Muay Thai, which is one of the fighting styles I train in. And also, I'm pretty much mystified by the temples and the ancient temples over there and all. I always wanted to go visit and all. And but apart from going to Southeast Asia, I would probably go to Greece or Italy, mainly Rome. Apart from that, I really wouldn't have any other place to go. Actually, I take that back. Apart from Southeast Asia, Greece and Rome, I would probably go to certain parts of Latin America, like Peru or Central America or Mexico or these other South American countries. You know.
I have no idea. If I float, but I don't really tend on going anywhere in life. I'm good here, but mainly because I'm scared of heights. But if I could fly a plane, I'd probably just head over to America. I just want to go there. I mean, I feel like it'd be nice just to go there for like not too long. I don't want to stay there forever.
Yeah.
Donald Trump will become president soon, so that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Next question. Let me bring it up. Smosh Community Animated asks, why is EA evil?
EA. That's ironically that's another company I own shares to. That's apart from Facebook. Also, I also own shares with Facebook. EA. I haven't heard that much from EA. However, I have heard the other part. I have heard that Activision Blizzard is evil because of the way it treats their employees. I have heard all sorts of things from being abused. One of the groups in which I pretty much post to ask for investment advice on stocks. They pretty much told me part of the story of what you call it, of Activision Blizzard. Also, the server I used to play on, Minecraft CC, there's a guy that once told me that that they're pretty much evil, Activision Blizzard, because of the way they treat their employees. They treat them wrong. It's pretty much the same thing you would hear about how Walmart treats their employees. And I haven't really had any oversight over that. I haven't really looked that deep into it or anything, but I'm not really sure, to be honest.
For me, EA is evil. They do, like, they ruined, I think it was the two good franchises. I know they at least ruined Dungeon Keeper. The original Dungeon Keeper games were alright, they were pretty good, and then they fucked it up and turned it into a shitty mobile game that was completely reskinned off of, what was it, Clash of Clans? But with that, or I have no idea. It was another mobile shit game. They completely just reskinned it. It's Dungeon Keeper now. Fuck off. Apart from that, they're gonna Battlefront.
You can't.
Because they're not having servers on there. They're only having small battles, and that's why EA is evil.
Yeah, to me it kind of sounds like the same thing that these corporate decisions that they do in some of these gaming companies during some time back. I think this was in August or something. I don't remember when, like. But this was a while back that that had to do with Konami, and basically what had happened with Konami is that one of their developers, I don't remember what his name was. Well,
you mean was it Hideo Kojima by any chance?
Yeah, I think that was him. It had to do with I'm not sure what issues it had to do with the company or all, and pretty much he was leaving, and it pretty much postponed the release of I don't remember if it was Silent Hills or something like that.
Oh, PT, yeah, Silent Hills.
Yeah, it pretty much affected it. Personally, I think it was because of a corporate decision, because not long after they pretty much what ended up happening, they pretty much delisted their stock symbol from the New York Stock Exchange, and pretty much they went their stock went foreign, which pretty much you can only invest in the TYO. And by the way, I have shares with them also. But anyway, it's these corporate decisions that pretty much end up affecting a lot of the products this company release, and in the long term, it doesn't end up affecting no one else but the company itself.
Alright, CyborgSkelli asks, how many subscribers do you both think you'll get by January 2016? I personally, I'm taking the reins this time, man. I personally have 109 at the moment. I hope I get at least one more, because that'd be great. Let's get to 110. Iron has 5 at the moment, I just checked. And hopefully this series that we're recording right now boosts him up a lot. I've been doing it a lot more than he has, frequently even. I don't know when you started your channel. When did you start your channel?
To be honest, I started back in 2006, but I never really uploaded any videos or anything, because at the time I didn't have that much frequent access to the computer. And when I got my laptop, pretty much what happened was that I didn't really have any topics to talk about up until recently that I started thinking about it, and there's a whole influx amount of topics we could talk about and shit.
And we will do in the future, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Make sure to stick around for that.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully this series boosts both of us up. I feel like it will. We're getting a lot more attention. I mean, we already got all these questions asked by people, so that's great. Right, do you want to move on to the next question, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
CyborgSkelli again asks, he says, okay, so if you and 5 friends from YouTube are trapped on an island, and there are only 4 guns, 4 small tents that can fit 1 person in it, and only enough food for 4 people for 3 weeks, who would you kill? Who would you choose to kill first?
Okay, so how many people you said?
There's 5 of us.
5?
And there's only 4 guns, 4 small tents that could fit 1 person, and only enough food for 4 people for 3 weeks. Who would you choose to kill first?
Okay, first I would see see all 5 people. How many of them are of any value towards our survival and everything. But before taking that decision, I would take decisions on which we pretty much wear out every possible recourse for all 5 of us to survive. Only then would I take a decision to kill one of the 5 of us.
Yeah, hang on, I've just noticed the flaw in the question. Alright, so he asks, okay, so if you and 5 friends, and by you I think he means both of us.
Okay.
Alright, so if us 2 and 5 friends, that makes 7 people. So if there's only 4 guns and 4 small tents that can only fit 1 person in it, and only enough food for 4 people, more than 1 person has to die.
Yeah, pretty much. If it's referring to us, and since we're 2 people, that means 2 more people would have to die in order for to include both of us or our survival. But here's the question: like, how long do you plan to prolong yourself in order to survive and all?
Also, it says there's only enough food for 4 people for 3 weeks. So, what after the 3 weeks? What happens after that? Do we just die?
Essentially, the idea is to prolong, and while you're at it, think of a way to prolong your survival. Now, the thing is, usually where this leads to is usually one kills another, and then eventually.
His body. Alright, let's get the fattest person in here.
Yeah.
Who's the fattest out of all of you motherfuckers? Oh, wait, you. Get over here.
Yeah. Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that let's say you kill a person, okay?
I'm not gonna live with the guilt, you know? Oh my god. I killed a
Pretty much, here's how it goes. You kill the person, then the other people start killing off each other for the remainder of the food, and the last recourse they usually take is pretty much eat up their bodies. I've seen this happen like in different movies and all. But one thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to survival, there are no morals or ethics or anything of that sort when it comes to survival. It's either you do what you have to live, or you either die. And that's
survival of the fittest.
Yeah, that's where that comes in.
Yeah, so I feel like we're on the same terms here.
Yeah.
Iron dice. What? Nothing.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on to the next question. Smosh Community Animated asks, which fighting game franchise is the best?
The best? I have a little trouble with that. There's different fighting game franchises. There's Tekken. There's
Tekken, yes, man.
Yeah, there's Tekken. There's Mortal Kombat. There's Street Fighter, and then you have all these other combinations. But
I had like Dead or Alive, but I never really played any of those.
Nah, but I mean, like, what you call it, Marvel versus Capcom and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I would have to say it would be a tie between either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Oh, and let's not forget the
what?
Well, technically we can't call them franchises because they haven't released that many games. I think that there's only one game they released, the Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Oh yeah. That game was terrible. I own the game. I didn't like it too much.
I didn't like it either. But yeah, pretty much I like the changes they have made on the new Mortal Kombat games and all, and they
Yeah, if you want to see gameplay, check out my check out my channel for that. Keep watching.
I think and I pretty much like two things from the new Mortal Kombat games. One of them is that they pretty much kind of did a layout like pretty much like a storyline to it. That's based on what I've seen and all. And the other bit is that they have put all these new characters in there and all.
Yeah, they made the plot go on like 20 years after the last game, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because now some people are dead. You have like brand new. You have their kids. They're growing up.
Yeah.
They're growing up, and the game's fucking fun. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it is. I went to my sister's house to play it. She has a PS4 and all. So I tend to go over there like from time to time to go play. That's when they're not busy or anything with my nephew. But yeah. And another thing I want to bring up, personally, this is my personal opinion on it. I don't know how y'all guys may feel, but I think they should have did a Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter game, because
they did Tekken versus Street Fighter.
Yeah,
I didn't get it because I don't like the controls for Street Fighter. I was never a big fan of Street Fighter. I've never really understood it. I've never really gotten into it.
Yeah, but I like the like I said, I like the idea that they should have made a Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and I was looking at a couple of videos from producer on Newgrounds called Peroxide, and this guy did some really awesome concept gameplays between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. It's basically an interesting storyline. It would have been awesome if they actually would have developed it, even
See,
though...
the problem I can see with that, right, is when you make the game, do you think, do we go gory as fuck, or do you go kid-friendly? It's... How are you gonna go in between if a game has Mortal Kombat in the fucking title? It's either gory, kid-friendly, there's no in between.
But pretty much you could say that that same deal applies when you consider the game Mortal Kombat versus DC Comics.
Yeah, but DC has always been DC hasn't been like the happiest of games.
Yeah, but have you seen the options? You can't kill people. You can have brutality, but you can't kill.
Yeah, I know, but like if you did that with Marvel, that just wouldn't work, because Marvel, in my opinion, well, we'll discuss this later. I've seen one of the upcoming questions. In my opinion, Marvel's a lot more kid-friendly than DC.
Yeah.
I know DC is a lot more grim, more darker. But yeah, my favorite. Going back to the question by Smash Community Animated here, they asked which fighting game franchise is the best. I'm stuck between Mortal Kombat and Tekken, because I grew up to be a Tekken kid along with my brother. Nutcase Ninja that you may have seen in a couple of my videos.
Tekken, I remember I used to play it in the arcades back in the days when you actually used to put quarters in an arcade machine to play the game. And
I wish I was alive at that time. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I used to go there. I used to play, but after a while, I just fell out of interest. At that time, I didn't have a PlayStation or anything. I was still stuck with the original Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the next question.
Before, I still need to answer the question, and so do you.
Okay, go ahead.
What game franchise for fighting is the best, man? We need to make a decision right now. It's Is it Mortal Kombat? Is it Tekken? Is it Street Fighter? Is it Dead or Alive? Is it what other games are there? Is it Injustice? Actually, let's not talk about Injustice and that failure of a game.
Let me see.
I can't decide.
I can't
decide for hours.
I can't decide between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, but
I can't decide between Mortal Kombat and Tekken.
Yeah.
Right, let's just say Mortal Kombat because we both can't decide between Mortal Kombat and something.
Yeah, it goes to Mortal Kombat, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's move on.
Right, but I don't know if this is their name, but because I did this questionnaire over Facebook and asked people to put their names, someone just put KTAP, and I don't know if that's their name. I apologize if it isn't, but you weren't accurate enough or something. They asked pizza rolls or bagel bites. You know.
Pizza rolls or bagel bites.
Yes.
Whenever it comes to pizza, I love pizza, so it has to go to pizza bites.
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Anything having to do with pizza. I'll choose it. So pizza rolls, bagel bites. Never tasted them before, but
See, here's the problem here for me. I'm a fussy fuck when it comes to food. I don't like pizza, and I don't think I've ever tasted a bagel before. So there you go. I don't like food. I eat toast for a living, and you think that's a joke, but it's a fact. Alright, let's move on to the next question. That was a short question. Smosh Community Animated asks again, can Valve count the 3? When I initially saw this question, I laughed. Yeah, I think you heard me when I first saw this question, right?
Yeah.
Before we started recording, I laughed my head off. That was funny. Can Valve count the 3? Yeah, they can. They're just really slow learners. Next question. How come gameplay has taken a backseat to graphics? Oh yeah, this is also by Smosh Community Animated. Asks.
I have a reason for this. A couple of I think this was like about a year ago. I was talking to a friend of mine, Jake. He goes by the name Jcraft, and he was the reason he was telling me why he was telling me the same deal why gameplay has kind of lagged behind when it comes to graphics, and the reason why is that pretty much we're visual people. We usually tend to judge based on what we see. If we see something that visually attracts, we tend to lean towards it rather than what it actually does. And all. Like take for instance, let's say you have for example an iPhone. The iPhone looks all sleek and nice, beautiful design and everything.
That's why most people have them, I think. I don't know why people have iPhones.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but that's another point. But anyway, like I was saying, let's say you have a nice iPhone, all sleek, nice design and everything, and then you have another phone that looks all crappy as fuck, but it has way better features than the iPhone. Chances are you're gonna get the iPhone because of the appearance of it, because of
unless it's Nokia.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of, the same applies to a lot of things. Like, for example, getting a new car. You're not gonna want a car that has a completely fucked up body or scratched up and shit. You're gonna want the nice car that has everything nice paint job and everything, nice interior. Take for example, boobs in the thumbnail. Yeah, but anyway, getting back to the point, it's about the appearance. it plays a large role in the pretty much current gaming community because here's what this guy told me. He told me that he has played like newer versions of games that were around back then, and back then at the time he really enjoyed the game, and he played the newer versions, and they were pretty much they're pretty good and all, but what he did was he went back and played the original game, the older games, so older versions of the same game he was playing, and what ended up happening is he wasn't that much interested into the game, even though he used to like the same game back then, and the reason he gave was pretty much because he was already spoiled because of the graphics and all. When we see something nice, we tend to be attracted to it. It's all about your visual image of something.
Yeah, I can relate. At the moment, I let someone who was sort of related to my family borrow my copy of GTA 5 for the PS4, right? Then that person broke up with another member of my family, and now I haven't seen that copy since, so I really need to get in touch. But I could go on my PS3 and play GTA 5 for the PS3, but the graphic, it's not as nice, you know. It's the graphics aren't, you know. No one likes downgrading. People like upgrading. No one likes downgrading. Boom.
Yeah, that's very true. People like progressing. I guess people are kind of progressive in a sense, because I can relate to this in another notion. I recently got a new phone, Nokia Lumia 635, and ever since I got it, I really like the phone. If I were to lose it and go back to the original phone I had, which is a really nice smartphone, the T-Mobile Shadow 2, I would like it, but because of the fact that I'm already used to using the other phone, and because of the appearance, the graphical interface of it, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. Also, it comes to more of a psychological effect that happens. For example, if you have a regular size mobile phone and you use it for a long time, you get used to it you get used to the size of it. You consider it normal. If you were to get one of these larger phones and stop using your original phone after a while, and you use it for a long time, and you go back to your original smaller phone, you would feel it would feel weird, because you would feel the phone is actually small. The same happens vice versa. You feel the phone's larger. It's really a psychological effect, and the same this same notion applies to different things like graphics and other stuff.
Yeah. See, sometimes that can counteract with nostalgia. So it stops you being sad that you have a shittier version of what you used to have or something.
Yeah, that's true.
It can completely counteract. It's like, oh, I can play on my Wii, or I can play on my Wii U. I'd rather play on my Wii U than my Wii. I don't have a Wii, or I don't have a Wii U, but I'm making a thing. Like if my Wii U got, I don't know, it fucked up somewhere, and I had to play my Wii that I haven't played in like 7 years or something, I'd be like, oh great, I get to play this. This is fun because I haven't played this in a long time. It's nostalgia. I used to play this when I was younger. That counteracts with, oh god damn it. Yeah. Sorry for getting my drink, by the way. I'm drinking an entire bowl. Like, you know, an entire bowl. That's so big, it's like 2 liters or something. Yeah, exactly 2 liters, actually.
Yeah.
There you go. It's almost empty, so there you go.
Yeah. Now, next question.
Alright, OverTheGiantTree asks, Marvel or DC? This is a question I feel like I should have done after the fighting game one. Now that I think about it, but right, Marvel or DC?
I would. Let me see. To be honest, I like both, mainly because of like the superheroes like Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, pretty much the Avengers and X-Men and all these other ones. But I also like a lot of the characters from DC, like Batman, Green Lantern, and all these other superheroes. But mainly, I would have to say, pretty much I would have to say DC, and
Good point.
and the reason why is part of the reason is Batman. The reason why Batman is pretty much about the only character I can think of that that pretty much you can relate to in reality. I guess what I'm trying to say is he's close to a possible superhero, because all the other a lot of the other superheroes are more rely more on superpowers.
What about Iron Man?
Iron Man's Iron Man. That's in the Marvel aspect. That's another one that you can that's close to reality. That's, I guess you can say, feasible in actually creating that superhero. Is even though we kind of lag behind on some of the described technology that Iron Man involves, both Batman and Iron Man, these are characters that are very likely to be possible. Unlike these other superheroes like Superman, the Hulk, and all these other ones.
Spider-Man, you know.
Yeah, there's in other words, it's more close to reality. What you think, DC?
I completely agree with you, man. Pretty much, I don't really like Marvel. I know that comics and like superheroes and all that are supposed to be for kids, so that's why I feel like Marvel targets towards more than DC. Because again, as I said earlier when we were talking about the fighting games, DC is all dramatic, and now that I've heard they aren't having any jokes in their movies, which is a bit unrealistic. I don't like that, but it's less haha funny. It's more oh shit.
Yeah. In reality, they kind of put this more grim aspect to it.
They grip onto touchy subjects as well.
Like for example, I guess the movie trilogy that I like is the Batman trilogy, The Dark Knight, and they're pretty grim, and they also touch on subjects like morals and ethics, especially when it comes to referencing Ra's al Ghul or the Joker.
Yeah. You don't see like Marvel doing that because it's clearly targeted at like kids.
Yeah.
More.
And
I'm not saying that adults cannot watch it. I'm just saying that it's more targeted towards your inner child.
Yeah, it's.
Say that.
Yeah, that's true. Even though they do have some serious parts, but it's not that what you call it. It's not that. I don't see them doing anything grim in contrast to the to DC movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Batman trilogy, the Man of Steel, or even some of the smaller superheroes like B for Vendetta.
Yeah, that movie was great. B for Vendetta. Yeah, I know. I've always just liked DC better than Marvel. I know.
Yeah.
Even if there wasn't reasoning behind it, it's just. But there is, apparently. Right. Next question. We're coming to an end here. We've got like 2 more. DARKSTARMEDIA, or DARKSTARMEDIA UK, as their channel's called, I think, asks, what are your 3 biggest pet peeves? You can go first with this one.
Okay, 3 biggest pet peeves. In reality, they're very circumstantial, but I would have to say stupid people. People that are very demanding and very pretty much people that just know how to bark orders and aren't that considerate at all and everything.
There goes 6 billion people on this earth.
But anyway, like I'm trying to say is that what I'm referring to are people that just expect you to do what they say and do what you want without any consideration or regard whatsoever. I'm not talking about people that just say orders or anything, but just people that are demanding and all. And the last one are very the last one I would have to say, very center-minded and close-minded people. I really can't stand those. I kind of deal with them a lot and on a daily basis and all.
Yeah. Alright, for me, for my first one, it's people that expect you to fit in with society. So that's a big topic right there. But people who, what can I use for an example? Looks. People expect you to look a certain way, act a certain way, but I don't know, I just feel like that's wrong, and that really annoys me when someone's like, oh, you can't do this, but because it's not cool.
Yeah, it's
something like that.
It's the expectations of society. It's pretty much the I also have a problem with that because it affects people's sovereignty to make decisions, be who they are. That's one of the morals I have. To not be true to yourself, be honest, but also let others be who they want to be. Be yourself. That's basically what I'm about. No. But when you start putting standards the way you expect people to act, to the point where it greatly infringes on what they want to be and all, then that's where the problem arises. One thing.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one for mine. For my second one, it's those Facebook photos. That they always get shared for some reason. They're always these. What is it? Like this post in 30 seconds, or I don't know, I'll get raped in my sleep or something.
Yeah,
they're just dumb. Along with all of the other ones, like share for good luck, or just yeah. All right. So really, Facebook programmed it to give you good luck. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. To be honest, I get that a lot, and it's pretty spammy. If you think about it, you get all these like shared links and all. And one thing I really hate is that this is mainly my Facebook page. I see more shares rather than actual update posts or anything. Pretty much, people share more things they actually communicate. They seldomly communicate.
I'm trying to find one for an example, and now it's not appearing. I can't find any of them when I want one. This isn't fair. Come on. Oh, fuck off, everyone then. Fuck everything.
Oh, and one thing I wanted to say on the previous on your previous pet peeve is
Oh.
yeah.
So someone just asked another question. I'll get to it in a second.
All right.
My last pet peeve. I have no idea. Fuck. I have no idea. I normally have loads of things on my mind that really piss me off, but when it comes to actually saying them, that they fucked off. I don't know, just annoying people that are annoying.
Yeah, that those get me.
That really grinds my gears, and I know some of you are gonna get that reference. Kind of Family Guy.
Yeah.
Like the one episode I've watched.
Yeah. But anyway, like I was trying to say, one thing I want you to keep in mind, this is something a classmate in one of my classes at U of H said that pretty much you are as free as you're as free as you want the next person to be. I think that's how it goes now.
Yeah. Right, so let's move on to the next question. So the question that I just got submitted in as soon as I opened Facebook is by the user CrazySeanDX, and it was it DX or XD? One or the other, asks, what colour is your underwear? Alright.
Wow.
Check. These are currently a comic book strip, so all of the colours. What about you, Ian? What colour are your underwear?
I guess the same color as the guy that just asked.
Ian's not actually wearing any underwear. Just gonna put that out there for your subscribers. He's laughing, but it's true. And he fucking knows it. The colour of the guy who asked, did you say? I'll ask him, what colour are your underwear?
Is he currently on Messenger or?
Yeah, he messengered me that. We need to. No. That's nice, but no. No.
No, I said no.
Now. Do it. Yes. You apparently. We need to know. Alright, so apparently you weren't wearing white boxers, so there you go.
Yeah, I guess I'm wearing that.
You're wearing white boxers.
Yeah.
He asked, do you want a better question? Do we want a better question? I mean, that was a quite good question. Do you want a better question? Do we need a better question?
Yeah, go ahead, ask him.
Sure, go ahead. Alright, now this is just a waiting game.
For the meanwhile, go to the next question.
Oh yeah, the final question we have on the list. Oh no, it's up, never mind. No, this is just to me. This one is he asked, how did it feel to reach 100 subscribers? Ian, how did it feel to hit 100 subscribers? Oh wait.
Well, that would go more to you. That would go more to you since you have 109. You only have 5.
Alright, to reach 100 subscribers, it was weird. It was like, I have 100 people that like my stuff. Really? I'm just a 14 to 15-year-old kid that swears on the internet whilst playing games badly.
I was even.
You guys are fucked up. Watching a 14 to 15-year-old.
I was even surprised that I even got 1 subscriber.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How did it feel to reach 1 subscriber, Iron?
I don't know. I guess I'm famous for one person.
5 people.
Well, 5 now.
Yeah, man, he's growing very slowly, but he's growing. Don't encourage him. Next question. Alright. The last question was by CyborgSkelli, which was we felt was a good way to end the episode. Asks, when's the podcast and how can I watch it? The podcast. When is the podcast? I have no idea actually.
I'm not really sure. I guess within a couple of days or so, we should have should have everything ready.
As for a schedule, I'd say one about like every 2 weeks or so. But that don't quote me on that. That might not be true.
I'll see when I can get on more frequently because I'm usually busy. You know, I try to. I'll be honest. I've been kind of a little bit irresponsible with my own channel, and also
I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to help him pump it up and get into this. Although I'm not even fully into this, but I'm just trying to help out. And he also asked, how can I watch it? If you're watching this and you're actually on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to Ironheart 86. These will all be uploaded onto his channel as it's his show, the Anvil.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna see if I can create get an account to broadcast podcasts and stuff like that, apart from the YouTube channels. You know.
I think we can do it on Twitch if we set it up properly. I know we'll get into that. You guys don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out me because I'm cool and I bet I made you laugh. And if didn't, then you have no sense of humor. I don't know. My link will be in the description, along with Iron's, I guess. And social media and things will all be down there. And I guess, yeah, we didn't really set up an ending. This is awkward now. Fucking put me on the spot, you bitch. How do we end this, Iron?
I don't know.
White boxes!
So anyway, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching the first episode.
9 at night. I shouldn't have screamed that. Alright. Carry on.
Anyway, thank you for watching the Anvil, the first episode of Anvil, which is, I guess, the 4th or 5th episode of Iron Talk.
Chat or whatever the fuck else.
To summarize everything, the Anvil is now Iron Talk and all. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.